Good morning. So it's a packed house here, so if you could move in toward the center, make sure that there's some space on the outside as people come in, that would be great. Thanks, everyone. All right, welcome to the Sunday morning worship service at DuPage Unitarian Universalist. My name is Nell Hazlitt, and I am a member of the Board of Trustees. Unitarian Universalism is a faith tradition committed to creating a just and flourishing world for all people. Our Universalist theology tells us that every person is worthy of love. Thus, when we say, whoever you are, wherever you are on life's journey, you are welcome here, this is our message of love to you, inviting your whole self into this space to help us co-create a world centered on our values. We invite you to learn more about us and consider joining this community to enact our values of equity, justice, transformation, pluralism, interdependence, and generosity. Now, if you are online, I invite you to greet each other through the chat, and if you are present here, I invite you to turn to someone you did not come with and greet them with a wave and a good morning greeting.
It's not by chance you've arrived here today. You've been looking for something larger than yourself. Inside of you, there's a yearning, a calling, a hope for more, a desire for a place of belonging and caring. Through your struggle, someone nurtured you into being, instilling a belief in a shared purpose, a common yet precious resource that belongs to all of us when we share, and so you begin seeking beloved community, a people that does not put fences around love, a community that holds its arms open to the possibilities of love, a heart home to nourish your soul and share your gifts. Welcome home. Welcome to worship.
Thank you, Ella. Good morning and welcome to this place of love, this place of communal flourishing. We gather each week to open our hearts, to expand our minds, and to see the sacred within each other. Come, let us worship together.
Okay, and now would you kind of rise in spirit or in body and sing with us hymn number 1008, When Our Heart is a Holy Place.
When our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place, we are blessed with love and amazing grace. When our heart is in a holy place, when we trust the wisdom in each of us, every color, every creed and kind, and we see our faces in each other's eyes, then our heart is in a holy place. When our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place, we are blessed with love and amazing grace. When our heart is in a holy place, when we tell our story from deep inside, and we listen with a loving mind, and we hear our voices in each other's words, then our heart is in a holy place. When our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place, we are blessed with love and amazing grace. When our heart is in a holy place, when we share the silence of sacred space, and the God of our heart stirs within, and we feel the power of each other's faith, then our heart is in a holy place. When our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place, we are blessed with love and amazing grace. When our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place.
Good morning. Please join me in saying our mission statement. We gather in as an inclusive community to grow in character, mind, and spirit, and to transform the world towards fairness, love, and compassion.
Our vision of beloved community is rooted in the relationships we have with one another, our world, and creation. Each week, we offer the opportunity for joys and sorrows to be shared aloud here from the pulpit. Today's flowers were given by Karen and George Peck in celebration of their 39th wedding anniversary. Happy anniversary. And today is another anniversary celebration for my partner and me. We are at 23 years. I have two concerns to share with you all. Dan Milligan and Lauren Milligan, new members of the congregation, are actually at the hospital this morning. Dan passed out and hit his head, and he is getting care, but if you could please think about him in your prayers and your thoughts. Lauren and Dan would deeply appreciate that. Mary Mossman and Stephanie Gordon shared that Susan Scown, another new member of our congregation, has had a fall and broke her pelvis. She's in rehab now for several weeks and then will need our support when she returns home. She has her phone and computer for those who wish to send her wishes, and you can find her information on our Realm database. And I'm sure that the Pastoral Ministries associates will let you know if she needs rides or meals, so please keep an eye out for that. Today is the beginning of Pride Month. Thank you, Carl Nash, for making sure that our rainbow banner is up in front of our parking lot, because all are truly welcome here. In fact, all actually belong here if they want to take this journey with us. And so today's meditative prayer comes from Held Blessings for the Depths. It's whole-bodied benedictions. Please join me in a moment of reflective prayer. May you be safe and embodied. You are deserving of reverence now. May the divinity that delights in you remind you of the gift that you are to yourself. Offerings abound in your completion. May you be reminded of your agency in choice, choosing otherwise portent's great mystery unfolding. May earth hold you in the spirit of reciprocity. Your being is sufficient. May all directions reveal the wholeness of your origin story. Honorable ancestors of the East, North, West, and South smile upon you in awe. You are ancient cosmologies incarnate. May you be nourished by full-bodied truths that orient you in love and deliver you onto intimacy with your whole canon. Thanks be to the infinite creative ingenuity of your being.
Good morning. On this Membership Sunday, we invite those who have signed the membership book of DuPage Unitarian Universalist Church to come forward to join Chris Cable, our board president, and Reverend Mandy Huizinga for a covenanting ceremony. Since last year, 42 new members have pledged themselves to our beloved community.
Wait, we gotta get them up here.
Yeah, so come on forward, new folks. Your name, if your name is up on the board.
You may have to come. We made it.
Hey, come on up.
You can come down, come down. Yeah, move this way. Spread it out. There we go. All right, go.
All right. Membership in a Unitarian Universalist church means entering into a covenant with our church. It is a voluntary act to join our church. We use no coercion. We do not require a set of beliefs. We do not condemn or deny any salvation. Rather, we commit to finding truth with one another that we might transform ourselves and the world.
A covenant, which is at the core of our faith tradition, is a promise we make to one another. Like the covenants of marriage or of that of being a parent, this covenant is a choice you make now and each day you are a part of this community. It's a choice that we make to covenant with you.
Today, you join in the covenant of membership. This is a moment of excitement and possibility. It is also a moment that requires clarity and honesty as we make promises to each other. There may come a time when we are not a community of excitement and possibility for you. There may come a time when you might not bring us excitement and possibility. There may come a moment when you feel that you are not fitting well and we disappoint you. There may come a moment when we may not be fitting well as a community and you may disappoint us.
These moments of not fitting well, they're uncomfortable moments, difficult moments, but they're also opportunities. If every one of us fit well all the time, all our lives, we would not be called to grow. This religion is not a club you join. It's an institution that you are called to co-create and includes growing as individuals and together as a community.
So, this celebratory moment is also one of challenge, for we know that we may break one another's hearts. This covenant you are committing to is about co-creating the space we wish to be part of and which we wish to bring to the world.
Know that we will carry you through those moments. Know that today's covenant means we ask you to carry us through those moments. This is what it means to be in covenant. Commitment to stay and work through the hard moments with us because we know that the hard moments make the good ones. They let us flourish even more deeply.
Covenants are mutual agreements, both parties committed to each other's growth and flourishing. Today, we covenant with you and you covenant with us to co-create an ever-evolving, beloved community that seeks to transform the world.
On this Membership Sunday, we invite you to covenant with the members of DuPage Unitarian Universalist Church. Do you promise to uphold and enact our Unitarian Universalist values of justice, equity, transformation, pluralism, interdependence, and generosity? If so, please say we do. We do.
Do you promise to uphold and enact the DuPage Unitarian Universalist Church's mission and vision?
We do.
Do you promise to seek out resolution and reconciliation and honesty and love when in the course of human relations mistakes are made, so that our beloved community may be co-created for the flourishing of all?
We do.
Members of the congregation, please rise.
Now, you, members of the DuPage Unitarian Universalist Church, do you reaffirm your commitment to our Unitarian Universalist values, promising to enact and uphold them in your everyday lives?
We do.
Members of DuPage Unitarian Universalist Church, do you reaffirm your commitment to uphold and enact the DuPage Unitarian Universalist Church's mission and vision?
We do.
Members of DuPage Unitarian Universalist Church, do you promise to seek out resolution and reconciliation in honesty and love when in the course of human relations mistakes are made, so that our beloved community may be co-created for the flourishing of all?
We do.
And finally, do you, the members of DuPage Unitarian Universalist Church, covenant with these new members, promising to companion them as they grow, to care for them in life's sorrow and joy, and encourage them towards a free and responsible search for truth and meaning as full members of our congregation?
We do.
It is with great joy and excitement that I welcome these new members into our community. Please join me in welcoming them to this beloved community.
Congregation, you may be seated. Our faith tradition has long embraced the symbolic act called the right hand of fellowship when welcoming new members into a congregation or a new minister into the fellowship of ministry. Today, I, as DuPage Unitarian Universalist Church's minister, and Chris Cable as president of the Board of Trustees, and Tina Lewis as director of membership and engagement, will offer you our hands as the right hand of fellowship to welcome you to our community. Laura Kuber will be presenting each of you with a gift after your handshake.
Welcome, here's your gift. And you guys can sit down now.
I'll just do this part, the board president part.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yay, that was fun. Okay, let's see here. Where are we? Oh, on Membership Sunday, we also recognize our long-term members, those who have held this space sacred for our new members and all of our future members to join this beloved community.
This year, we will be recognizing the milestone anniversaries of members who reached that milestone in 2025. We invite you to stand when your milestone anniversary has been called, and they will also be projected on the screen. For the 10-year anniversaries, Carrie Friedman, David Pressig, Paul and Sally Vargo.
15 years, David and Susan Burke, Doug and Pat Cocker-Cohen, Diane and Roy Gelder, Elia Thorin Hartage, Alex and Kate Martison, Dean and Sharon Vance, and Elaine Waite. We have more.
20-year anniversaries, Anna Aguilera Duncan, Mike and Jane Winter.
Yay. 25 years, Bev Becker, Jack Seacrest, and Bob and Cindy Wunderlich. Yay!
30 years, Deb and Steve Connett, Young Ha, Neil and Pat Lichtman, Nancy Murray.
Yay! 30 35 years, Jean Alberti, Dan Bailey, and Caroline Bailey.
40+ years, Carolyn and Jean Atkin, Jane and Joe Gano, Cheryl Koritz, and Mary Mossman.
And 60 years plus, 60 years plus, Betty Brubaker and Louise Schuster.
Thank you all for your commitment, your love, and your joy to make this place a flourishing, beloved community for all peoples.
Picasso offers that the meaning of life is to find your gift. The purpose of life is to give it away. Giving of our treasure is how we reciprocate the many gifts that are given by this community. Even in an uncertain world, we have so much to be grateful for. Life itself, our planet, love, and each other. Giving is also how we live our values. Each month, we share our offerings with an organization that gives life to these values and makes a difference in the world. The recipient of our June collection is Youth Outlook of Naperville. Youth Outlook is the first social service agency in Illinois solely dedicated to the support of LGBTQ+ youth, offering drop-in centers for youth, parent support, and community education. Drop-in centers meet weekly and are a social setting for youth to meet other LGBTQ young people and talk about a variety of topics that really matter to them. All groups are welcome, ages 12 to 20. DUUC also supports Youth Outlook as a drop-in center for teens and by hosting a parent support group. As we pass our offering plate, know that it is a vessel that connects us to each other through our gratitude and generosity. So give freely of your thankfulness and abundance, that our values can forever take hold in our world.
Belonging by Rosemary Watola Tromer. And if it's true, we are alone together. The way blades of grass are alone, but exist as a field. Sometimes I feel it, the green fuse that ignites us, the wild thrum that unites us, an inner hum that reminds us of our shared humanity. Just as 35 trillion red blood cells join in one body to become one blood, just as 136,000 notes make up one symphony, alone as we are, our small voices weave into one big conversation. Our actions are essential to the one infinite story of what it is to be alive. When we feel alone, we belong to the grand communion of those who sometimes feel alone. We are the dust that hopes, a rising of dust, a thrill of dust, the dust that dances in the light with all other dust, the dust that makes the world.
You do rise again in body and in spirit and sing with us hymn number 168, One More Step.
One more step, we will take one more step, till there is peace for us and everyone will take one more step. One more word, we will say one more word, till every word is heard for everyone will say one more word. One more prayer, we will say one more prayer, till every prayer is shared by everyone. We'll say one more prayer. One more song, we will sing one more song, till every song is sung by everyone. We'll sing one more song.
Well, as many of you know, there are many aspects of my work that are rewarding and meaningful. But the part of my work that touches my heart most deeply happens when I'm listening to stories of potential members as they share their religious and spiritual journeys in the membership classes. Something magical happens when a small group of people sitting in a circle in a somewhat dim room, AKA the Learning Center, are invited to take turns sharing about their religious spiritual journeys in a Pathways class. As you can imagine, this is easier said than done for some of the participants. Not only are some people more comfortable than others speaking in a group, but the experiences that they share range from fond and beautiful memories to very painful and harmful memories. I must admit, when I first started facilitating membership classes, I worried about whether or not people would be willing and or able to share such vulnerable parts of their lives, especially with people that they barely knew. But time and experience has softened my worries because something magical does happen. More often than not, the group goes deep. Whether someone is discovering a religious and spiritual path for the first time, or they're changing paths to better serve their current needs, the stories are always tender and hopeful. The getting to know one another component of a Pathway to Membership experience reminds me time and again why our Unitarian Universalist congregations are so very important. People need one another. They need to be part of something bigger than themselves. As UUs, we are called to create spaces where people feel seen and heard and valued, spaces where they can bring their unique gifts and whole selves to co-create an intergenerational community of love and connection based on shared values, values that honor the inherent worth and dignity of every person and call us to work for justice, equity, and compassion in our human relations. There are too many stories in my mind and in my heart to share with you all at once today, but I would like to lift up one particular story. In this story, a quiet, middle-aged Black trans woman who was also visually impaired told a heartbreaking story about loss of people, religion, and community during the membership class. I remember thinking, how can this kind and gentle person with so much love in their heart have experienced so much cruelty and rejection? I remember hoping, please, oh please, oh please, let them find what they're looking for here. Let this congregation love them up and help them find their purpose. I wondered how long she would stay. As time went on, she became more and more active in the congregation, and I could see friendships being formed and places where she was making meaningful contributions. She served on the membership team, volunteered in the office, and participated in a variety of groups. At one point, she even shared her story from the pulpit. I could see that she had found her place, and a deep sense of belonging was evolving between her and the congregation. They knew they belonged to each other.
Tina was one of the first people that welcomed me to the Unitarian Universalist Association of Membership Professionals. I was in my second year as the congregational administrator at a UU congregation whose job's responsibilities was a combination of everything that Tina does with everything that Sherry does. Yeah, it was a lot. I attended the Association of Unitarian Universalist Administrators professional days the year prior to my first day with UAMP, the membership professionals. And while they were lovely people, I just never felt like I fit. The people were kind and knowledgeable, but they weren't my people. Have you ever had that experience? Walking into a large setting, or maybe just even a small setting, and feeling like you just didn't quite fit, maybe didn't quite belong. It might not have even been because of a person or a particular language or even anything that just happened. You just didn't fit. The vibe was off. Well, at UAMP, that was not how I felt. I walked in and Tina greeted me with enthusiasm. Have you ever been greeted by Tina? You know exactly what I am talking about. Marie Luna actually cared about my opinion on UAMP's certification process, and Corey Jason, the UAMP president at the time, offered me space to help if I wanted to with their setup, or just sit in quietness if I wanted, because as usual, I was Midwestern early to the event. There was a cultivation of inclusive space that just opened its arms to my full humanity. So much so that when the fire alarm would go off in the hotel we were conferencing in later, and we had to wait outside for 40 minutes in the hot sun, I said to the other people gathered, I think I found my place. I think I found my people. It's not a surprise that my people were UU membership professionals. After all, I don't think any other group in Unitarian Universalism truly understands belonging like a membership professional. And that even includes ministers. Tina and I have had many conversations long before either of us became your staff about how Unitarian Universalism saves lives, and it does so through belonging. This is especially true for those of us for whom religion has been harmful. But even for those of us for whom this is not the case, the blessing of Unitarian Universalism is that there is always room for more people who wish to transform themselves and our world, to co-create a community whose circle of love grows ever wider. A few weeks ago, when I spoke about the meaning of agape, the meaning of the form of love that is agape, I mentioned that my understanding of love as flourishing is the kind of love that can expand infinitely without dividing its depths. For me, this is where I also lay the understanding of belonging. It isn't that everybody in the world belongs within our community or even within Unitarian Universalism. After all, each person has their own sacred journey. For some, the transformation piece of our faith tradition, that which is a lifelong journey to becoming our full selves as humans and as a community, it's not the journey for them. But for those whose journey aligns with our path, with our vision, there's always room for the entirety of humanity of each and every person. We can always expand the circle of love without dividing the depths of our faith, without dividing our commitment, without dividing our purpose, without dividing our love. Most importantly, within these loving arms of full and true acceptance, including the ways we mess up and return again to community, are the acts of co-creation, a community both individually and collectively that always becomes as we welcome each other and live into the arms of love.
I remember when Reverend Mandy joined UUAMP, we all hit it off immediately, and we knew that we wanted to work with her, so we invited her to join the board. During that time, we organized professional development opportunities for our members, mentored colleagues, and raised awareness about the work that we do in congregations at the UUA level. We all knew we were part of something bigger than ourselves, and together we were utilizing our creativity, our passion for our work, and experience to impact the work of our fellow membership professionals and their congregations. Our common commitment to growing our association in the service of our Unitarian Universalist faith instilled bonds of belonging between us that remain today. And just like the experiences Reverend Mandy and I had with UUAMP, and the experiences of the woman I spoke about a moment ago, the same magic is happening here at DUC every week. I am hearing new stories being told, witnessing new friendships being made, and watching new commitments arise to support the common good and service of this church community. The community we are celebrating here has deep roots that holds the foundation of our liberal faith tradition. It is a transformative faith that calls us to a deep formation that will change the essence of who we are, our collective church, and even the world, so that we might become the flourishing, justice-centered, beloved community of our dreams. We are a community that is needed here and now, and at a time when divides are widening and hate is rising, the connection we have with one another is what will let us not just survive, but thrive through this difficult moment and bring about the future, the world we wish our children's children to live in. Together, you are co-creating and tending to the flourishing of your vibrant church home, and I am sincerely honored to be part of it.
The word that comes to mind as I think about how we nurture belonging on this fabulous Membership Sunday is joy. Recently, American historian Heather Cox Richardson, someone that Tina and I both follow, shared the following: authoritarians cannot rise if there are strong communities and people are acting with joy. That is, you need despair and anger for an authoritarian to rise. It's okay to say I'm not going to pay attention to politics for a while, but it's not okay to stop bringing your best to the world. Whatever those things are that bring you to the community, do them and do them with joy. And don't stop doing the things you love because you're scared, because this is actually a form of resistance. Beloveds, the strength of this community is our joy in cultivating the belonging of every single person who wishes to journey with us. This is how we resist hate and refuse to drown in fear. wrapped in the loving arms of this community as we cultivate and co-create this church, but also the world around us in ways we wish to become. Each smile, each laugh, each child's gleeful scream in a bouncy house, each tear and sorrow shared as we wrap each other in the arms of care, each struggle that gives way to a new understanding is a form of resistance against the despair of our day. Together, let us fill ourselves and this world with the joy of belonging and being part of this community. May all who have found their people in this room say a resounding yes. Yes. Yes to joy. Yes to love. Yes to each other. Amen.
Okay, one more time. Please rise in body and spirit and sing with us hymn number 10 to 18, Come and Go With Me.
Singing, and there shall be joy, and there shall be justice. And here right now, we get a small taste of that for ourselves and for our children. Today, after this service, we will be hosting our annual congregational meeting. Woohoo! Please, after the service, make sure you go get your voting card if you are a member. If you are not a member, we invite you to stay to see how the democratic process works in our congregation. And when we leave this place, after cake, we will be having cake. I invite you to bring the joy of this day, the joy of this community to the world. Invite your friends to this place so that they may participate in a joy that knows no boundaries, so that we can open our arms in love, and which encompasses all people. May it be so.
Please join me in singing, or saying, not singing, I mean, though, feel free, the chalice extinguishing words. We extinguish the light of this chalice, but not the light in our hearts. Until we meet again, may the warmth of